Now tuning in to Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.
What the fuck? Cody, Audacity just asked me if it could access my microphone. What the fuck has it been doing for 2 years?
Like, are you sure you want to do this?
Why, after 2 years, did it just start asking me for consent? Is it Christian Grey? What the actual fuck just happened?
After 2 years of an abusive relationship, they're like, oh, is this something you want to do?
If I'm being honest, though, my relationship with Audacity is an abusive one.
Okay, yeah, true.
Like, it is not healthy by any sense of the word.
No.
No. Can you do that tongue pop for me again?
One more time for the audio.
It was just
I don't know
powerful.
if I can channel all that raw energy again.
Legit, like, it gave me a little bit of a shiver, though. Like, it was pretty powerful. Oh my god.
That one had girth to it.
It did. It was thick.
I felt like I could, swallow that one.
Ew, don't, though.
I won't, no. My throat couldn't handle it.
That was
anyway. There's a poltergeist in my fucking throat.
Honestly, hi, welcome to Scorpio season.
Okay, for real, though.
I've never felt stronger.
Yeah.
I've also never felt more emotional.
Absolutely.
I'm feeling very raw right now, if I'm being honest.
I also personally inhabit that meme of Ariana Grande, Pete Davidson, R.I.P., of the Cancer falling in love with a Scorpio every single time. Like, that is that's me. I'm sorry. I don't like it, but here I am.
That's so real.
And it's such a raw time for me personally.
Listen, I'm saying this as someone with a Scorpio moon and a Scorpio rising. Fuck Scorpios. Fuck them.
Right.
They're the worst. But goddamn, I love them so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
also, I got, a lot of Scorpios in my family, so, you know.
I mean, they're
my mom and brother have the same birthday, so they're, raw Scorpio.
Are your mom and brother Justin and Travis?
Yes. I am on McElroy.
Who the fuck? I didn't think that was, a real thing that could happen.
No, yeah. Could you fucking imagine? I think about that all the time, and it still, blows my mind. The fact that my mom, gave birth to her first son on her birthday. What the fuck?
Who does that?
Crazy people.
I mean, I know that, most moms are hey, every kid of mine, their birthday is my birthday. But, that took it to a whole nother level.
Right.
Wow.
Anyway, shout out to my mom, and only my mom.
For real, though. Thanks. That's great. Good job. You know, 2 snaps. So, I tried to introduce that to my middle schoolers, 2 snaps, and they don't get it, and it's very funny to me. They're just I don't understand. And it's fine.
I can't wait for you to just keep that bit going and be all right, everyone, 2 snaps, and they're like, what the fuck is this?
I started this thing, I didn't realize it, though, until today it dawned on me, that my kids think I hate Justin Bieber.
Okay.
They think I hate him with a fiery passion, because I do this thing with my kids where I play a song every day when they walk in and they have to guess the song.
Yeah.
And usually it ties into the thing that we're doing in class.
Sure.
And so usually they've gotten to the point now where the music comes on and they're it's like that redhead on the bus Vine where he's excuse my language, shut the fuck up. Yeah. They immediately quiet down because they want to hear the song. And every day this one fucking kid is is it Justin Bieber? Is it Baby by Justin Bieber? And apparently I started off very early in the year and I didn't realize it, where I was no, I would never play Justin Bieber in this class. And
No,
now,
Jeremy, you fucking idiot.
no, Derek, it's never going to be Justin Bieber.
Don't even think about it, all right? It's
and
never
so-
gonna happen.
Every day he's like, is it Baby by Justin Bieber? And I'm like, no. And every day his second option is who am I? Every day his second option is
Are you from the
Despacito.
Midwest?
Well, apparently. He's like, okay, if it isn't Baby, is it Despacito? And I'm like, no, Derek, it's not Despacito. I've never played Despacito in here. But anyways, apparently he thinks that I have this like vendetta against Justin Bieber, and I don't, but I have to apparently keep it up for my whole life now, just for the bit.
Also, like, if he loves Justin Bieber so much, can he name another song?
Yeah, name 3 of his albums, Derek.
Yeah, Derek.
Stand
we
up
all know
here
what
right
Baby
now.
sounds like, Derek. If we played it for a second, everyone in this room would be like, that's Baby by Justin Bieber.
Come in here with his 2006 bangs, Derek.
Yeah. Were you even alive when that song came out, Derek?
No, he wasn't.
Is that true?
Listen, every day I feel like the Crypt Keeper, all right?
Yeah, I
kills
get
me.
it. I get it.
Speaking of, let's talk about Jamie Lee Curtis and Halloween, because damn.
Let's do it. I haven't seen it yet, but
Her
Let's do
PTSD in it was a mood and a half. Hi,
Yeah,
welcome
sure.
to Into the Twilight, where we talk about spooks and cryptids and weird sex and also
Yeah.
PTSD.
and we're hot off the therapy session, so you know it's just gonna get raw and vulnerable over here.
Listen, hey, welcome to Scorpio season, where sometimes you have therapy right before you record your sex podcast. You know what I mean?
It be
So-
like that sometimes, you know?
adult life be like that sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
Sometimes-
we're really making that life-work balance work, you know what I mean?
Sometimes you pay $15 for an Uber for a man to be screaming into his phone on speaker, and to be sipping so loudly out of a McDonald's cup that just had ice in it and there was no liquid in it. Sir!
Sir, please. Put the cup down.
But it's fine. I am stable and I will still tip and I will still give 5 stars, but Jesus Christ.
You just put in the notes as like, sir, please.
Just a tip. Stop. Get a water bottle.
Jesus.
Cody, how the fuck are you doing?
I think I'm in, I wouldn't say a better place, I'd say I'm in a different place than you are currently right now.
Sure. Sure.
But I did just come from seeing
Yes.
Bad Times at the El Royale. I was building up suspense, sorry.
There was so much tension. Tell me everything, please and thank you.
Let me tell you everything. This movie is like 7.5 hours long, but it's worth it.
Jesus.
It's fine. It's not. It's like 2.5 hours. It's a very
Is it
long
Lord of the
movie.
Rings?
It's basically Lord of the Rings, but
At
Agatha
the El
Christie,
Royale?
basically, and also every celebrity that's ever existed and you've ever loved. Nick Offerman's in that movie, which I did not know until watching that film. He's in
Holy
that film.
shit.
Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to bring it up because A, Dakota Johnson's in it,
Yes.
and she's the best, and also relevant to this podcast.
Yes.
But I thought it was interesting, A, because I really fucking liked her in this movie, and
Whoa.
I really like her as an actress, and I think she's, like, great. And when I finally see Suspiria, I'm gonna probably fully stan. Get ready, everyone, because I feel like I'm about to stan.
Hell yeah. I'm so
I feel like I'm
excited.
close to stan.
I really want to go see this movie, and I also want to see Suspiria, so I'm
It's
excited.
really good. I said before that I watched the trailer and I had no idea what the movie was about still, after
Same.
so many times of watching it, which is, I still feel like kind of holds true, but like it was a good time, and it made sense, and I liked it. And it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And everyone
Yes.
in the film is beautiful, so like it's fine.
I'm very excited. This sounds amazing.
And I thought it was interesting because it made me think that the sort of timeline that Dakota Johnson is working on right now kind of is paralleling, like, the K-Stu situation, where, like, K-Stu was, like, in these big Twilight movies and they made a lot of money or whatever, but, like, everyone thought she was a horrible actress because the character was poorly written.
Right.
When later we found out that she's actually a very good actress, she was just playing a very poorly written character.
Right.
And then
right.
got all these big opportunities. Now she's more doing like director, producer kind of stuff, but she did do like some acting things. Whereas Dakota Johnson was in these big fucking 50 Shades of Grey movies. Everyone thought she was a terrible actress because she was playing a very poorly written part. Turns out she's a very good actress and she's getting all these roles and she's killing it. And I stand. And the whole world's going to turn and it's going to be great and I'm very excited.
I mean, you're on the cusp of it, so you'll have to keep us on the move and tell us what's going on.
Yeah, I'll tell you how Sue sees it, that's for sure.
Okay, don't get people excited, though. People want us to have a Glee corner so fucking bad.
I just want to tease it. I just want to be a tease, you know? I just want to tease it out.
I want a Sue Sees It corner so fucking bad,
No.
Cody.
No.
I feel like I think our version of a Sue Sees It corner is like when we move on from 50 Shades and we still have 50 Shades news. Like,
Right.
that's our
yeah.
version
That's
of
it.
a Sue Sees It.
Yeah.
Yes, that's fantastic. I can't wait to see this movie. It sounds fantastic. So,
Also, Chris Hemsworth is shirtless, like, the whole time.
as he should be.
And there's one point where he's just dancing with a piece of pie, and it's the biggest mood of my entire life.
Are you caught up on The Good Place?
Yes.
Can we talk about that?
Can we talk about cheating?
Yes. Can we talk about the theory that Chidi is too swole for like 2 seconds?
I cannot believe. I'm blessed that we're in this timeline right now. It's the only good thing that is happening in our world right now.
So
Chidi is thick.
can we have a special Patreon episode solely dedicated about The Good Place?
Yes.
Okay. Great.
Cool. Got it.
Because I feel like we have too many thoughts, and
Yeah.
that would be a fantastic thing to do.
Yes.
In
Short, great. Very good.
In short, it is
My
the
jaw
only,
was on the floor.
In short, The Good Place is the only thing that is good about this world right now.
Yes.
Okay, we have a couple of current events right now.
Pew pew pew.
The first thing of note is this Celebrity Insider article, which the title alone says so much, which is 50 Shades star Dakota Johnson claims filming sex scenes with Jamie Dornan was tedious. Which...
Yeah, sure.
Wow. And that just seems like, damn, fuck Jamie Dornan. But then you look
but like,
at it...
fuck Jamie Dornan, am I right?
I mean, nice.
Nice.
I mean, the Jamie Dornan that isn't the twink in the movie, though.
Yeah,
Like,
every other version of Jamie Dornan except for 50 Shades Dornan.
yes. But then you look at the actual quote in it, and Dakota Johnson is actually saying, shooting 2 films back to back, where the majority is the same over and over, did get a little tedious. It became, quote, how are we going to make this goddamn sex scene better than the other ones? There's only so much you can do when the film is rated R. It was tricky. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's fair.
Sure.
Because you have to imagine that, just like you said, right? She's a good actress and she wants to show off her chops. And yet you're putting her in these, like, weird positions, literally, where they aren't really showing off what she can do, but just, like, what her face can do, I guess. And so, yeah, I can see how that would become tedious. It's not being around Jamie, necessarily.
Sure.
Do you want to talk about this next one, this Varsity article with me?
Let's do it.
Oh, great.
Okay. So, this piece is about fashion in the Twilight universe. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Hello.
I'm sorry. My inner goddess was just, like, dragging me to hell for a moment. Sorry. It's about fashion in the Twilight universe.
Yes.
And I'm into it.
Yes.
Huge fan. They start with that look, that iconic look of Alice
it's
in
so
Rome
good.
or whatever. And she just looks like she couldn't give 2 fucks.
It's the biggest mood.
Yeah.
For an article that's supposed to be about fashion, you know what it doesn't have a lot of? Doesn't have a lot of photos.
That's true. That's true.
It's just a lot of blocky text.
Yeah, there's a lot of blocky text. And there's also just a photo of Bella holding her cactus, like fashion moment.
Yeah, it's very good.
Vogue is on the phone. They're just banging down her door.
Yeah. The things I love about this still that I always forget until I look at it is just on the bed is just that little stuffed dog.
Just like head first into the
who is
fucking
she?
bed.
Yeah, it's very good. I wish that they would have chosen the photo of her from Twilight where she's wearing the fucking bowling jersey. And it's like, that's
Yes.
fashion.
That's trendy now, all right?
Or the gown at the end of the scene with the one Converse shoe. Like, that's fashion.
Yeah, we did it.
They're basically just talking about the color palette in each of the films, which is interesting.
Yeah.
They use some very interesting words like contradistinction, which, all right, fuck off, first of all. It's just a Twilight movie, so... Now, can we move on to this BuzzFeed news piece, please?
Yes. I got this in my inbox because I'm subscribed to their newsletter. And the whole thing was just like, the subject of the email was just, so I guess Twilight is vintage cinema now, huh? And I was like, yep, this is an email for me.
For real. It's so good. Here's what I ask of our listenership. This week, if by the time that you hear this episode, our Tumblr is not back up and running, I want you to harass our Twitter. Because I have been teaching my students, and I have been neglecting our queue. And so here's my promise to you, our little Halloween treat, is that our Tumblr will be back up and running. And because some of these fucking Tumblr posts on here are too good to not have, honestly. I know that this is an audio podcast, but sweet Jesus. This one about what we see and what Catherine Hardwicke sees. it's so good.
It's just a range of blue tones. And it's the worst thing I've ever seen.
It's just so good. Yeah. There's basically all of these memes are just so good. And a lot of people, I know we were asked about this recently, about like the Twilight Renaissance, and all I have to say is like, you're welcome. We did it.
We are personally responsible for this.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
On your sidebar, what's trending on BuzzFeed right now?
Oh boy. I got Burger King's new black slushie is turning people's poop funny colors. So welcome to Munch Squad, I guess.
Great. I have pick some penis-shaped foods and we'll reveal your sexy secret talent. So, that's just a little. I also have 22 things you should never do at Subway, because great.
Be there?
Yeah. Do anything, be near one in general.
I rag on Subway a lot. I do also go there when I'm desperate because, hey, it happens to the best of us. And I was there one time, and after I got my sandwich, the person checking me out was like, all right, see you tomorrow. And I'm like, that's a bit of an assumption that you're making here, ma'am.
Listen, I'll rag on Subway as much as I please.
Sure.
But you know what Subway has that a lot of other sub shops doesn't? Gluten-free bread. So.
Oh shit, that's true. All right.
I mean,
shout out Subway.
Subway, you're trash. And your regular bread is made out of yoga mats, but I know your gluten-free bread isn't. So
hey,
because you don't make that shit, you buy it. So that's where we're at.
Yeah.
Our last piece from the Mary Sue says, let's look at Twilight's impact on fandom 10 years later. Yeah, let's, I guess.
Sure, why not?
That's basically what this whole fucking podcast is about. There isn't a lot that this article by Kate Gardner says that we haven't, but I think that it's worth shouting out regardless. If only just because of the fact that people are talking about it, because, we're here, and it's a thing that exists. And people finally use screen grabs from movies that aren't Twilight, but do the last movie instead, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a question. Would you like to ask it?
Yes, I would.
Thank you.
Hopes for the main characters in the next book? P.S. What are your plans for Halloween?
Great, 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 great.
First of all, y'all have not been listening to the past 17 episodes in which we've exclusively talked about Halloween.
Yes. Our plans for Halloween. Well, we have a dress-up day at school. So
Cute.
my school rules are that kids are not allowed to wear masks. Thank God. Because I cannot be held responsible for what I would do if my kids came in with masks on.
Sure.
I'm terrified of masks.
Yep.
And hopes for the main characters in the next book, I think, would be valuable to talk about at the end of this episode.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's the end of the book, y'all.
Hell yes.
End of book 2.
We have a spoopy Halloween quiz to do.
Spoop.
This is surprisingly
This whole website, I feel like I'm gonna get hacked from the website.
Well, that's a little treat for you. So, folks, we have a Twilight Halloween quiz to do today. It's titled, Which Twilight Character Should You Be for Halloween? And it's very gross, but it's also very good. So, here's what it says. Are you a huge Twilight fan? If so, you're probably thinking about Twilight costumes for Halloween. Which Twilight character should you be for Halloween?
Great.
And here is question number 1. Which Twilight book is your favorite? Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, or Breaking Dawn? What you gonna say, Cody?
I feel like Twilight, I had the least amount of hating going on.
Fair.
Because from there, it just got worse.
Yeah, I'm choosing Twilight.
Yeah.
If only because I know Midnight Sun is counted in that, so...
Oh my god.
I just... Leave me alone.
It's not...
Okay? Alright.
Would you describe yourself as a Twilight fan?
Okay. Can you read the options, please, and thanks?
Yes, I've read all the books and can't wait for the movies. Kinda. I'm familiar with it, but I'm not a rabid fan. No, not at all. It's funny to me. Happy?
Yes, because I also can't wait for the movies. Great. Give me the reboots.
Please.
What did you choose?
What do you think I chose?
I know. All right. Which of these Halloween parties would you most want to attend? A couple's party with a few close friends, a big Halloween party with lots of people, a Twilight-themed Halloween party. Hi, are you kidding? That's... All right.
I gotta go. This Halloween, you'd want to carve your jack-o'-lantern like which of these? Your typical classic jack-o'-lantern face. A pretty, freeform design. Ooh, abstract. I don't carve a pumpkin. A vampire, of course. A howling wolf. Or something horrifying and scary.
Did you carve a pumpkin this year, Cody?
No.
Oh.
Sorry. I don't think I've carved a pumpkin in many years.
Oh.
Many years.
Can you add a sad music track while you're talking right now?
No. What? Don't pity me. I don't need your pity.
So no joke, when I was carving pumpkins this year, looked up Twilight carving things because I wanted to do it for the bit, but they looked so difficult, and I don't have. You don't want to put me next to a knife for that long.
No.
That's
they always seem very involved.
Agreed. So I just went for 2 eyes and then the smallest little smile.
just so small.
It's so small. It looked very cute. Okay. Once you know which Twilight character you'll be for Halloween, you'll have to make your costume. How comfortable are you with wearing a dress?
Oh god, gender.
Oh my god, this is the worst.
Oh no.
Well, this is the worst. Okay.
Oh god. These are the 4 genders and I don't...
Yeah, I mean, these are... According to Quiz Rocket, these are the 4 genders. Well, I'm a girl, so I'd be fine with it. I'm a girl, but I don't like dresses. I'm a guy, no dresses, please. I'm a guy, but it's Halloween. I'll wear a dress.
I'm having a crisis.
Yeah, what is this?
Tear my skin off.
What does this even mean? Quiz Rocket. Quiz Rocket, you put this on number 5, but you don't give 5 options. Why?
Next! Oh, what? Hold on. I hit continue and it brought me to the first page again.
Oh shit, me too.
Is this fucking busted?
It is. I think the gender is broken and the quiz is broken.
Oh no.
Hey, that's a fun little fact. The quiz is broken.
Cool.
So, to be continued.
Yeah, this is a 7,000-year-old website, so, like, I get it.
Yeah. So that's
right.
fun.
Well, that was a fun waste of our time.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great little interlude to things. Yeah. Well, should we get to the actual content today and talk about chapter 21?
Yeah, it's finally over, I guess.
Yes. Great. So, where we left off yesterday. Nope. Last week. Where am I?
Time is real.
Time is fake. It's been a long time since I've had an existential crisis on here. It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
So, where we left off last week, Christian had opened up his present to go into the playroom. And Anna was like, ooh, the sex. That's where we left off.
Yeah.
So, they get into the playroom, and Christian double checks her boundaries and is like, hey, so things that are off limits? And Anna's like, don't take pictures of me like your ex's, question mark.
Mm-hmm. Although she doesn't, like, reveal it that way. She's like, just don't take pictures of me. I won't explain why, but just, whatever. That'll come later.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, don't take pictures of me, wink, wink. And he's like, I don't, why are you wink? I don't understand. Anyways, he puts on what's supposed to be romantic music, but is apparently just, like, subway sounds. Is it the sound of the Met? Like, is it the sound of the actual Subway restaurant? Like, who's to say, you know?
And she is so horny by this. She's like, oh, this is the kind of music you make love to, you know what I mean?
Which makes me more curious. Is it the train or is it the sub shop? Like, I can't tell.
It would be really funny if it was just, like, police scanners. It was just, like...
Me.
Like, radios. It's like, oh, you know what I'm really horny for? Just, like, fucking radios. In the city.
Me as hell. That would be someone who grew up in the city if it was like, you know what turns me on is police sirens. just like a slightly quiet police sirens. It's like, what the fuck? Okay. Anyways, they start to do the foreplay thing.
Sure.
And Christian's like, hey, so everything that you brought into the playroom was cute, but isn't good for you.
You're not ready.
You want this whole butt plug, but you're not ready for that. And she's like, okay. And she was like all ready to put this thing up in her ass. And then when he's like, actually, we should start smaller. Let's do my finger. And she's like, what?
It's unreal. She's like, sorry. In my asshole? It's like, what?
Where did you think this was going? I don't understand.
She's so appalled. It's like, whoa. Alright, fucking pervert.
God, it's like what I can only imagine is like when fucking cis dudes, you know, like when they go in like 4th grade and they separate and learn about health and they find out like genitalia and that like the urethra and the vagina are 2 different holes and they're like, what the fuck?
Sorry.
Like, totally shook.
What?
Anyways, so he's like talking about his dominant side being like his alter ego and stuff and interesting things. It's like, all right, Christian, like okay.
Also, way to add in this caveat, like at the end of the 2nd book, where it's like, see, I don't even need it all the time. It's not like a core function of my personality. It's just something I can switch on and off, which was not true for the entirety of his life. Like, what?
Nope. Yeah, that wasn't a thing 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Which we find out in like a couple of pages is that it's been 2 weeks, which this time keeps shifting. It's been a
tired.
month. It's been a month. It's been 5 days. It's been 2 weeks. We didn't know. Like none of it has been clear.
No.
They have sex. I don't know. Like it's this long, drawn out thing where Anna has fun, he has fun, but it's like this whole chapter basically.
Yeah.
But they have the sex. Like, it's whatever. They hang out in the Red Room for a while, just, like, I don't fucking making fun of Kate, I guess, which is like wild.
Yeah.
Because he's all like, I can't believe that she could have walked in instead of you. It's like, that's what you think a diss is? Okay.
Could you imagine? We could have been in love.
Yeah. Anyways, she goes down after they shower to go make food.
Yeah.
And Christian is like back to business during this time. So she like, instead of texting him, just emails him and is like, hey, lunch is ready. And they go on these like long emails. Instead of him just emailing back like, cool, he goes on this like long drawn out email and is like, our sex was so beautiful and you're like, and all this like bullshit because they're the worst and gross. Oh, he asks Ray if he can marry Anna because it's the worst.
Yep.
And Ray's like, hey, so it's been 2 weeks. You want to marry rich man boy? And she's like, he's my happy ending. And he's all perfect. And Ray's like, I don't even remember meeting this dude. Like, who
but
is
he's
this
also
kid?
like immediately pivots. He's like, oh, well, when you put it that way, it seems like it's pretty serious, huh? It's like, what? Does everyone in this fucking universe have like the emotional developmental abilities of a child? What is happening?
For real. Yeah, they make no sense. I don't get it.
No.
Yeah, because then she asked him, like, Dad, will you give me away at the wedding like I'm property? And he's like, oh, I thought you would never ask. All I wanted was Christian to trade you away for a cow.
And literally sell you.
For real.
On a stage. With other women.
So fucking gross. Anna leaves because she's like, I want to bake you a cake. And Christian, like, freaks out. Anyways, she calls her mom and does the same conversation. It's gross and weird. I don't know what else there is about that. Oh, they have this weird little tiff because Anna's wearing this, like, sundress that Christian thinks is too short.
It's...
gross. It's gross.
What? And then she, like, plays it off. She's like, I'm gonna go out anyway, because whatever. It's like, guys, please.
Yeah, she does the whole thing, too. She's like, well, what if we were at the beach? And he's like, we're not at the beach.
It's like,
first of all, Anna, look around.
Hey, like, real talk. If you have a partner and they're, like, judging you on your outfit choices or, like, shaming you for what you're wearing, it's probably not a good place to be, my dudes. All right?
Mm-hmm. For real. Especially because later on he's like, actually, this outfit has benefits. Ha ha ha. Let me just pull up this skirt. Yeah, he's gross. This chapter continues where he's, like, working and Anna comes and they're like, hey, here's this cake. It's all great and everything. Oh, I'm yawning because this chapter is so boring. And, oh, yeah, so they get ready to go to his family's house for his birthday party. That's right. It's supposed to be this, like, chill family gathering for his birthday, right?
Yeah.
Sure. But then they get into his parents' house, and the first thing they see after saying hi to his dad is fucking Kate barrels through the door and barrels towards them and is like, you two, talk now, and is pissed, which is a mood. And Anna looks at Christian and is like, and Kate, like, throws this email, like this printed off email, at the two of them and is like, sorry, what the fuck is this? And it's supposed to be this, like, printed off email that Anna had sent to Christian about the contract. And that's where chapter 21 ends. Our little investigative journalist, Kate, has found it all out.
Yep. She sleuthed ya.
Yeah, finally. She just needed to come back from
after
holiday.
Being whisked away at sea for years.
Real. For calendar years. But yes, so chapter 2 starts. And Anna's freaking out. Christian is confused. Kate is pissed. Emotions. They're everywhere. And Anna's like, well, Kate, first of all, this has nothing to do with you, so stop.
Yeah.
Where did you find this? And Kate's like, well, I only found it by digging through Christian's clothes in your room. And Christian's like, whoa, wait a second. Hold on.
Hey, whoa, hey.
Only I can disrespect boundaries here. But it takes a couple of pages of convincing. Finally, Kate's like, all right, well, as long as you say that if you've been left alone for 16 days and suddenly you're engaged and you're fine, then all right,
then
I guess I can believe you.
All right.
And she's like, but I don't understand. Where does the email fit into all of this? And finally, Anna has to convince her that she'll explain it later, but not today.
It's fine, Kate. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
I also love that Kate found this fucking email because it was just, like, tucked away in one of Christian's coats. Which, this is what fucking happens when you keep printing out all these goddamn contracts and then just leaving them in your possessions.
We knew something bad was going to happen to that.
Yeah. The emails are there for a reason. Don't print them out.
Yep. One of the things that's really weird about this conversation, too, is Christian says to Kate that he has, quote, Anna has consented to be my wife. What?
That is not how you should be describing any of this.
Why are you an actual robot, Christian?
Yeah.
Is my question.
Do you know how to feel?
What I think you mean to say, if you were a human, Christian, is that you're engaged.
Yes.
Yes. But instead...
That would be correct.
Instead, you're saying it in the creepiest and most sterile way possible, as if this is still, like, just an engagement of behaviors between the two of you and not something that you have both decided on together.
Sure.
But whatever. It's fine. They go into the party. Christian waits for a lull. And we find out, while he's waiting for a lull, that, like, we see all the people that are there. And, like, his partner that was on the helicopter is there. I couldn't tell. I think his partner's name was Roz.
Something like that, yeah.
And did Roz have a wife? I think that's what I got from that. Was that what E.L. James was trying to say? It was like Roz and Gwen? Is that?
Yeah, I think what she was trying to say was that Gwen and Roz were gay, and they were like, oh, no wonder they're not immune to like, that they're immune to Christian's, like, powers or whatever.
That's what I got out of that, too.
Right.
Okay.
Which is gross.
For real.
Because clearly, if you're attracted to men, you would just be at the feet of Christian Grey.
So gross. So, they are there. Dr. Flynn and his wife is there. And then Elena Robinson are there, too. So, major characters at play.
Yeah.
And then I forgot about this person, but Gretchen, one of the, like, staff at the house, is there. And I forgot that Gretchen wants Christian's sex robot dick, too.
God.
So, Christian finally says that to everybody, he, like, announces, like, hey, we're gonna do the wedding thing. Everybody freaks out. They're like, yay. But then secretly, Elena freaks out, like, in a bad way. And Gretchen freaks out in a bad way, too.
Nobody's handling this well.
Nobody is handling this great. Except for Mia. Mia freaks out and, it, like, totally picks on Christian, which is very good. And is all like, well, where's the ring? And Christian's like, oh, shit. I should have probably done this like that.
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie daisy. But yeah, so they're all, like, talking and doing the congratulatory thing and whatever. And John and Christian are having a conversation about Layla, which Anna isn't able to hear. And so she's very curious about it.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, somehow Christian and Anna get separated, and Elena starts talking to Anna.
Why are we still invested in this plot line?
It's the
over
worst.
It. We've gained nothing from this.
It's the worst plot line. I hate it. It's not interesting. Nobody enjoys it. It's gross. But yes, so Elena meets Anna in what I guess is like the corner of this huge house, whatever. Elena's doing the whole like, I would offer you my congratulations, but it's gross. Mer, 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 mer. They start getting into this, like, major tiff. Usually their tiffs are, like, super passive. But this one is, like, legitimately aggressive between the two of them.
Yeah.
Where Anna's, like, 2 drinks in and, like, doesn't give a fuck anymore. And Elena's, like, all up in her feelings. To the point where Anna just, like, throws her cocktail on Elena and is like, hey, fuck you.
It's big dick energy, for sure.
For real. It's very choice. To the point where, so yeah, she throws her drink, and then all of a sudden Christian's like, sorry, what is going on?
What happened?
And then what I imagine to be one of the most awkward conversations happens in this book.
Yep.
Where, in front of everybody, Christian and Elena have this confrontation where Christian has to be like, hey, so stop doing everything that you're doing.
Quit it.
And also, now you get to act like a fool in front of my family and confront the fact that, like, you were, like, abusing me throughout my whole life. Cool. And so, obviously, Grace, his mom, sees that and it gets rightfully pissed.
Yep.
And so Elena has to leave.
Yep.
Again, totally unnecessary plot point. This
why
did
was
nothing.
she invited? And why did any of this happen? Maybe if Christian had more than, like, 12 people in his life, this party wouldn't have to have such awkward fucking confrontations.
For real. Especially since we know that he has, like, a good friendship with Roz, who, like, isn't his psychiatrist.
Right. Yeah, someone who doesn't have to, like, forego any, like, social boundaries and, like, ethical boundaries to be friends with him. Exactly.
And the thing that annoys me the most about this Elena thing is it didn't really make Anna contemplate anything. Like, it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So, Grace and Christian leave to talk. Anna goes upstairs to think.
To brood.
Yes, to brood. And she sees one of the photos of Christian's mom. And is like, oh, that's good. I don't look like Christian's mom really at all. Oh, that's weird. It's still weird that I guess he still found women that looked somewhat like us to keep hurting. I guess it's weird that I'm going to be marrying this guy, huh?
And
then just, like, doesn't do anything about it.
I guess I'll just live with that forever then. I guess
Yep.
I'll just sit on that thought for the rest of my life.
Eventually, Christian comes upstairs, Anna goes downstairs, they meet up with each other and communicate about how they're feeling, which is a good step.
Go team.
Yeah. Hey, that's like a normal thing that we probably shouldn't be excited about, but here we are.
We've done one thing possibly good for this relationship.
They decide that if they're going to go back and join the party, they need to eat.
Yep.
It kind of skips forward a little bit to the end of the party where we find out that everybody has left and it's just the family now. And
so
Grace,
3 people have left.
Yep, 3 people have left. One had been kicked out and the other 2 left. And Grace is tipsy and is now singing karaoke,
A mood.
which I love. It's very good. Christian and Anna decide to take a walk around the property where Anna decides all of a sudden to confess that she wants to go to church.
Yeah, where's any of this coming from?
We obviously, and we've mentioned this before, we know nothing about Anna.
No.
What she likes or anything.
What her past was like, what her childhood was like, nothing.
I wouldn't have bet money that she was a religious person.
Yeah, I agree.
So weird. And then as they're walking around, they're like, hey, let's get that house. And Christian's like, oh, lol, I already bought it.
Psych.
And Anna's like, well, I don't want you to tear it down. And Christian's like, well, how about I tear it down a little bit?
I just want those sweet solar panels, baby,
Yeah. So they compromise to tear it down a lot of it and just make renovations.
Just a lot. Their version of compromise sure is funny, huh?
their version of compromise is the most embarrassing and annoying thing in existence.
Yeah.
They decide to leave and go fuck in the boathouse again because they're the worst.
But this time it's not literal punishment sex, so maybe it's better?
Yeah, this time it's supposed to be the horny teenager sex.
Yeah.
And not Anna's gonna walk out because this is not okay with her sex.
Yeah.
And then it shifts perspective? Question?
It takes a fucking Shyamalan twist, y'all.
Yeah, it, like, zooms out to God?
It's like an omniscient narrator that's E.L. James.
Yeah.
Just pulling the strings.
Yeah, it zooms out to this person blowing out on a cigarette in a car
Outside of this house.
drinking some bourbon from a bottle in a bag. And from what we can tell about this person is that they're the one who tried to sabotage Charlie Tango.
Yeah, baby.
And that they don't just like books. Oh yeah, what is it? A man with a photographic memory who reads books. Yeah.
I'm not like other book readers.
Yeah.
I know how to memorize
I can also
things. I'm good with pictures too.
I can also shut down a helicopter.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, the book ends with it saying, he'll stay, watch, and wait. He takes another drag off his Marlboro Red. His chance will come. His chance will come soon. Great.
So I guess this is where, like, the actual espionage, which I'm assuming happens in fucking book 3, if anything, dear God, happens. Yeah. I just don't get the motive here. Like, I get that he's pissed that, like, he got him fired, and he's like, whatever, you know?
Right.
He's really upset. I get it. But, like, enough and, like, wanted to fuck his girlfriend or whatever. But, like, enough to, like, literally, like, kill this guy?
Yeah.
I'm very confused.
Because if this is supposed to be our, like, James character.
Right.
James was bored.
Right.
And he was immortal. Like, this fucker he was, like, doing a thing. He, like, had a job going. And I'm assuming, right, that this was the stress that, like, set him off. But did he have enough planning ahead of him I know it says that he, like, went to Princeton, but, like...
I'm smart. I've read a book. Like,
it doesn't seem plausible to me, because we have been in Anna's head this whole time.
Yeah.
That this could work.
Right.
So, I don't know. It's a weird shift, and I'm confused by it. So, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Also, I don't care.
So that part. More than anything, I don't give a shit.
So that part is also a major factor for me.
This is the most new thing that's happened in all of these books. I'm so bored.
Yes. Yeah, I should be like, ooh, espionage.
Right, intrigue. Oh, risk, murder, whatever. What could happen? Helicopters? Who knows? I'm bored.
Yep. Yeah, I have never been like, oh, great. I mean, hopefully it'll be interesting, but I honestly have no idea. So, we'll see. But yeah, so next week, we don't have a book to read. We will be reviewing the movie instead.
Oh, boy.
So, get ready for sailboats.
Get ready.
This week, we have some fantastic patrons to review, and I think they should be some of those sidebar nations from the BuzzFeed news article.
Okay.
Do you know what we haven't done in a while that we should probably do next week is those reductress things.
We should do that.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
It's been a hot minute, for sure.
So yes, I would like to thank the fantastic Shannon Clearwater, who this week is going to be the trending BuzzFeed article, Order from a Kids Menu, and we'll reveal which 2000s Disney Channel character is your soulmate.
Amazing. Shout
That's
out
pretty good.
to Katie Weber, who's going to be 17 animals who are so small you won't be able to think about anything else.
Wow.
Wow, there's some very small animals on this list. Oh god,
Holy
they got
shit.
me. They got me. Oh, this snake is so small. I'm sorry. Okay, keep going.
Okay. And shout out to Simon Steele, who is going to be, this restaurant has the wildest wing pricing structure, and people are doing math to try to figure it out.
Ooh.
I'm going to click through on this. 'cause
Yeah,
I'm
click
very
on that
intrigued to
article.
know.
Checkmate, BuzzFeed.
Oh, holy shit. Yeah. So there's 4 wings for $4.55. 5 wings for $5.70. 6 wings for 6. Yeah, this is fucking bonkers. And it's all on like a 2-column 8.5 by 11 sheet.
I hate it.
And it just goes by that, like 4 wings, 5 wings, 6 wings. Like that's it. That's all that's on this sheet.
Amazing.
It's so wild. Okay. I have a fan fiction for you today that I found in about 2 seconds.
It was hyperspeed.
It was. This one is titled, and I don't think I've done this one before. It was titled Sugar Daddy. And it was written by Lanny Love You.
Uh-huh.
And it was posted on January 25th of 2017. The summary goes a little something like this. Christian Grey was done with Anastasia Steele, so he thought the last thing he wanted was to see her again. The last words he wanted to hear were the ones coming out of her mouth. What did you say? I'm pregnant. And this is from Chapter 1, Use It or Lose It.
Great.
I pass by the vending machines and can't help reminisce about the first time I saw her there. Stupid machine, she said in frustration, hitting one of the vending machines that were tucked away behind a corridor marked Employees Only. Still, the sound of her voice made me curious. I had heard it once before, so I followed it to where it led, rounding the corridor and venturing into the employee's domain. There she stood, just like I had pictured her in my mind, petite, long chestnut hair that was pulled back in a sleek knit braid, and flawless pale skin. I only saw her profile as she worked the buttons on the machine, but I recognized her immediately. A week prior, I had agreed to be the speaker at this year's WSU graduation, and since I was there checking in on the farming program, the chancellor offered me a tour of the campus. We were heading toward the library I had helped to build when a wave of brown hair ran past us. Someone called her name, and she turned back, ending right smack into my chest. I'm so sorry. Gosh, I'm such a klutz, she said as I held onto her waist to keep her from falling back on her ass. It's my lot in life. Her eyes shined up at me in a brilliant shade of ocean blue. Do be careful, the chancellor scolded her. Mr. Grey is an important guest here and... No harm done, I interrupted him, not liking how harshly he was speaking to her on my behalf. It really wasn't necessary. Grabbing on to the sweet little thing was the highlight of an otherwise boring tour. End scene. Do you ever just call someone a sweet little thing?
No.
You ever just see someone fiddling with the vending machine and think, hey, I'm gonna fuck that one some day?
No. I hate it.
Yep, I mean, me too. It's pretty gross. I'm very ready to stop. Hey, did you put that snake in our fucking document?
It's so small!
It is. It's a very small snake.
It's the smallest snake in the world.
Oh, God. Well, as we say in snaky Seattle...
Get bit by a snake!
Get whipped and don't buy a snake!
I didn't say buy a snake, I said get bit by a snake. Like in a fun, quirky... I mean, you can also buy a snake. Anyway, whatever. Get out of here. Bye!
This is an Earbud Media production. You can find us on Twitter at Earbud Media and listen to the rest of our shows. You can find this show on Twitter at Into the Twilight, as well as intothetwilight.show. You can send us an email at intothetwilightshow@gmail.com. You can also become a sponsor of the show or buy some merch at intothetwilight.bigcartel.com. Our art is done by Maddie Padilla, who you can find at YourGhostHost44 on Instagram, and our music is done by Eli Krause, you can find at Eli Sauerkraus and KrauseFilms.com. The intro and outro is by KB Smith, who you can find at KB__Smith on Twitter. You can find Allie on Twitter at Into Wild Places, and you can find me at Dyke Discourse.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.